Yes, it's correct. Jurrien Timber is back in training with the Arsenal first team squad. Um, I'm not sure exactly how far they're going to push it. I'm not sure which activities specifically he's allowed to do, and if there are any activities that he will be excluded from as he continues his recovery from that long-term knee injury. But the good news is that he's on the grass with the rest of the first team, and he's working his way towards a point where he can be included in a match day squad. And I think, when people talk about our lack of depth or have bemoaned the injuries that we've had this season, and then as a result of that, put the microscope on Mikel Arteta's approach and style and some of the decisions he's made and gone, well, he's left us short again. It's as if people have forgotten that he brought in a defender that could literally play anywhere across the back line for 35 million quid, and that he's been without him all damn season long. He is on his way back, and when he comes back, it's going to be a real pleasant moment. I think we all saw enough over the course of pre-season and in that Community Shield game against Manchester City to know that we've got a real player on our hands. And I think that's why the disappointment when he picked up that injury was felt by so many of us, and why it's continued to be something that's been nagging away in the back of our minds over the course of the season. But Jurrien Timber is on his way back. Will he be available for the game against Sheffield United? No, that's not my understanding of the situation. I think he's going to need to have probably 2 to 3 weeks of fullish training before Arsenal even consider that. And Mikel Arteta made a comment in the pre-Newcastle press conference when he was asked about Thomas Partey, but I guess this is something that applies across the board. And he said, we need to make sure that the timing is spot on when it comes to bringing these players back. You need to make sure that you don't push too hard too soon. And equally, you need to obviously bring these players back as soon as possible because you know that they'll add to your side. So it's a really, really fine balance. But it feels like at the very least, Mikel Arteta is accepting of the fact that, he will be better off in the long term if he does take the advice of the medical staff and isn't pushing too hard for slightly speedier recovery times, because that could jeopardize the recovery and could put those players in danger moving forward. But Jurrien Timber is on his way back, which is great.